Welcome and good morning to all my Vanguardians out there. It's been a while since we had a live video, and I thought it was very important to have one for all of you guys that's seeking good information and to receive positive dog training. I'm pretty blind this morning, so I'm gonna wait about 5 or 6 seconds to see can I get any of you guys on here for this live video. But if not, we can just move on. So I believe the topic this morning is about the importance of trust in dog training. I want you to sit and think about what I just said. And I want to say it together. And so remember, I'm getting myself together, so forgive me. Here as Vanguardians, we are first on the line. That's what that means, first on the line. And we want to be the first to have the intel, the information, and the correct information so that we can achieve such goals. So what we're talking about is the most important thing to winning: trust. We're talking about trust. Let's look at the definition of what trust is so we can understand dog training. It's a firm belief in the reliability, truth, the ability, or strength of someone or something. A confidence, a belief, a faith. Now, when you're training your dog, you want to have that faith in your dog, that trust, that confidence when you're training. And in order to get the dog to exhibit those desired behaviors, you want that dog to trust in you, to have a firm belief that when you tell him to search, it's there. That if he searches and find it, he's going to bring something back to you. A trust that when you say attack, pass off, or stellen or stale, or whatever you say, that something is there that he can win, that he trusts in your guidance. So there's an importance that each one of you build a bond with your dog, that your dog has this confidence in you and trust. So I made this video because I was out with some guys, I was out training, and I saw a group of people training, and I noticed that these people play with their dogs all the time. Like, for instance, you know that you're training your dog to attack, and they're funning around with their kids or their friends or whatever. Oh, get him, boy! Get him. You don't use those words unless you're in a training session so that the dog can absorb information in that session. If you only do that when it's really happening, the dog will believe in you and you will gain that trust. Then you will gain that confidence that every time you say that word, the dog is going to react to the trigger word. That's a part of the trust, the reliability, the belief, the reliance. the way we look at dog training, we got to change the way we do things if we want to be successful. And you guys can be successful if you don't make those mistakes. You have to look at the mistakes other people make, and you have to say, okay, I did this wrong with this dog or that dog, and this is the right dog. So I talk about it all the time that when you get ready to train your dogs, you've already kind of premeditated what you're going to do. You already talked it out with your training buddies or the decoy or whoever's helping you, and that's how you kind of get a better dog than you had from the last dog, because you've learned from your mistakes. And when you learn from your mistakes, you try to do better. So it's very important that we always make sure that we're thinking about the dog, that we're trying to get the right response out of the dog, that we have our treats. We premeditated what we're going to do. We just don't grab the dog out. We don't have a ball. We don't have treats and toys in our hands. We're asking the dog to do something and we don't have it. That we're not using the dogs for show off tools, that we're actually trying to train the dog. You're trying to get the dog to absorb some information, gain some knowledge, build confidence in the dog, so that later on in life, that the arrangement you have with the dog, that turns out to be a pretty good one. And it's just, you want to be able to have reliability, and so that's what the trust is about. I want to leave you with this when I go. I just want to make these videos kind of short and just tell you my thoughts or what I think, because every dog trainer out there has his own methods. He has his own beliefs. Some of us are pretty much saying the same thing, but we're just conveying it a different way to you, the audience. Some of you guys can absorb information from me. Some of you guys absorb information better from other guys. And that's all it really is. I want to leave you. Hey, wait a minute. Before I leave, I got to say this. I know you see me on the video. I know you see me on. Y'all see Fire, right? Fire's looking pretty good. I can't believe. Hey, can y'all believe nobody else didn't want Fire? I was stuck with her. A good dog, the best. I started putting training in her, man. I like, that dog. I like what she's doing. The most important aspect of a dog and human relationship is trust. Though many dog bonds easily, love and trust are very different in each dog. Developing trust takes time, particularly for pet owners who have a shelter dog or a rescue dog, because we don't know what it has been through and the foundation of his life, according and depending upon the time that you got the dog and the age of that pet. In their previous lives, these dogs often weren't able to rely on people. Since many of you are not buying shelter dogs to create your working dog, it should be a very important factor that your dog should be able to rely on you and trust you. You guys are loving it, feeding it, guiding it, building a bond, creating that trust. When you get out here to train today, before you go training today, or if you're thinking about training soon, or you're getting you a puppy and start training, man, focus on your trust, focus on your control, focus on building a bond. Get your dog training program